to get underway here. As a scrum for the opening. And Bellarmine wins possession. That's big for them to start this game. As that last week Notre Dame against Robert Morris was absolutely devastating on the face-offs.
And then, as we know, Robert Morris ended up playing Bellarmine earlier this week, and then the Knights struggled there too. So that's going to be a position here today where when we spoke with Coach Whitley, he mentioned he doesn't want to be a 1v1 matchup there at that face-off act.
Around the net, but some stout defense here early from the Knights. Kavanagh tries to fire it in. Finds its way back out, and they're back behind the net with it. Kavanagh with it once again, fires it in. Shot, score! Notre Dame strikes first. It's Quinn McCahon with his 4th goal of the season.
Last week, Robert Morris allowed Kavanagh to be behind the net with no one guarding him. We see it happen here today, how he's dangerous, where if no one's back there on his hands, he's just going to stay there and find the open man.
Andrew Whitley had high praises for him.
Well, when it comes to the offensive end, even though there he didn't have an opportunity for a shot, he's able to handle the rock and realize that, bring it back out, and so now they still maintain possession.
Bellarmine looking to find something here. It's Landon Trout with it, looking to find a way in. Trout shoots, he scores! Landon Trout ties the score with 11.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
We normally see Trout at attack, but speaking with Coach Whitley yesterday, he shared with us that he's just too good above the cage and above the net. And when he's in the middle of the field like that, he's dangerous, and that's where he's able to.
Just 3 shots thus far. As Dobson with it, Kavanagh back behind the net. McCahon fires it in, shot, score! Quinn McCahon, 2nd goal of the day for Notre Dame, 2nd goal of the day for McCahon. And Notre Dame back up on top halfway through the first quarter.
McCahon just being aware, he didn't have much time to try to either dodge or even plant his feet. He caught and shot that pretty quickly. And again, we see Kavanagh, though, feed. Big reason why you want to keep your stick in the passing lanes there.
Griffin Bowie now with it, guarded by Dobson. Dobson sticking with Bowie as he goes behind the net. Bowie tried to fire it in, but a nice play there by Notre Dame. And back in transition with it, it's Hallenbeck. Hallenbeck fires a shot, score! Do it all by yourself. Ryan Hallenbeck puts the Irish up 3-1.
This is a part of the game we haven't seen a lot yet from either team, is the transition goals. But it starts on the defensive end. And then if you're
Notre Dame quickly moving it around the perimeter. Meyer and Leahy looking to make something happen at the top. And a nice play there by Bellarmine. Ball's on the ground. And a scrum for it. Notre Dame comes up with it. It's Westland. Westland puts it in the back of the net. Notre Dame finds the ball out of the scrum and puts it in the back of the net to take a 4-1 lead with just over 2 minutes left here in the first quarter.
just a heads-up play by Westland. Seeing the ball come out of that scrum, and it doesn't take much time to do anything, just...
As Jacobois tries to move it in. Dobson now with it. Trying to find his way around. Nice pass to Jacobois. Jacobois scores. Notre Dame on fire here in the first quarter. Now leads 5-1 off the stick of Jacobois.
Earlier in that same possession, Dobson and Jacobois looked to do a two-man game, and it had the defense shifting and recovering. It wasn't successful that time, but they went right back at it. Dobson had a head-up play there to realize Jacobois was open, and the rest just came from him, just catching it and ripping it at top.
So it was Jack Keelty on the penalty, and Bellarmine with a big opportunity here to cut into this Irish lead. They work it around the outside, just trying to find something right now. Even with a man down, Notre Dame still not allowing too much defensively. They fired inside, and a nice pass, a goal for Bellarmine. Allowed 5 goals in that first quarter, but has stopped everything that's come his way in the second. It's kept Bellarmine in this one. As a sloppy pass there from Trout goes out of bounds, and Notre Dame will get it back. But Bellarmine able to run out that man-up advantage. As Jacobois gets it over to McCahon. Nice pass there by Kavanagh into McCahn, into the net. Quinn McCahon with a second quarter hat trick. And Notre Dame back up 6-2.
That seems to be the combination today. 3 assists for Kavanagh to 3 goals for McCann. He just finds the open space. No one's covering to him. They know it's a 6-on-5 situation with the late sub.
Last season, in that shortened season of 5 games, he had 10 goals and 6 assists in only 5 games. So, I mean, he's just been so impressive for Notre Dame. As a nice play there on defense by Jose Boyer. Boyer takes it back the other way, gets it over, and it's a goal for the Irish. Ryan Hallenbeck puts it in the back of the net. Notre Dame leads 7-2.
Boyer is a great two-way LSM, where not only can he cause turnovers, but then
Yeah, compared to just 2 for Notre Dame. Liam Entenmann in net for the Irish. Hasn't had to do much, but is done pretty well when tested. Just a sophomore, but the number one recruit in the number 1 rated goalie in the class of 2019. So obviously a big piece for this Irish team. As Bellarmine tries to work it back in, and that's a goal. Patrick Keegan cuts down the Irish lead to 4.
Keegan doing a great job just taking advantage of a late slide, having the opportunity to go down the alley. He was almost running out.
Guarded by Denton McDonald. David Lipka fires a shot, and another save from J.C. Higginbottom. Quick transition offense here from the Knights. It's Ruback on the offensive end with it. He puts it in the back of the net. Eric Ruback cuts the Notre Dame lead down to up. They're back with possession. That was a big stop for Notre Dame, as Bellarmine's been building momentum throughout the end of the second quarter and the beginning of this third. As it's Lipka and Meyer playing some catch with it right now. Leahy gets it over to Westland. Kavanagh tries to get it inside, and that's a goal. Mikey Drake scores it for the Irish. They take an 8-4 lead. Pat Kavanagh with his 4th assist on the day.
Kavanagh with a really heads-up play here. He notices the moment the defender leaves Drake on the crease, dishes it right to him, and it's just a quick stick for Drake, catching and finishing.
Kavanagh, 4th assist on the day, 11th on the season. Notre Dame's played. Clock ticks under 50 seconds to go. Bellarmine looking to make something happen here at the end of this third quarter. Trout and O'Rourke working with it at the top. Once again, Notre Dame tight on this defensive end. O'Rourke trying to make his move. And another flag thrown. Bellarmine will have a man-up advantage as soon as they lose possession. O'Rourke looking to get inside. Shot, score! A huge goal here for Bellarmine as the clock ticks under 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Score now 8-5.
The flag is down, the shot clock's running out, so at that chance, he's looking to just put opportunities there. It comes down to where are you putting the ball and if you're hitting the net or not.
Mo Meyer back with it. Over to Westland. Lipka with it behind the net, over to Kavanagh. Leahy trying to make a move. Guarded by Pate. Kavanagh with it behind the net once again, looking for the open man. Tries to get into Lipka. Lipka puts it in the back of the net. Lipka with his first goal of the day. Kavanagh with his 5th assist of the day. And Notre Dame leads 9-5 here in the fourth quarter.
They've been looking at Kavanagh all day from behind the net there to force looking at the crease and seeing the open man, and you see it here. What's even he had that shot either way, where he's open, he can take it. If he doesn't make it, they'll have a man up chance.
McCahon puts it in the back of the net, his 4th goal of the day. He's been quiet since the second quarter, but he strikes once again, and Notre Dame leads 10-5.
When the slide comes late there, on man up, and especially if McCann's open, it goes to the crease, it goes back outside, you're shifting the defense, and it's just one-on-one with the goalie and tough to make a save.
It's 13 of 15, Charles Leonard 9 of 12, so Notre Dame's been doing amazingly on faceoffs thus far this season.
But it's still 10-5 in this game, even if they have that faceoff advantage. That just speaks to the defense and then also, the goalie play.
Yeah.
Higginbotham having 13 saves.
And a behind-the-back goal, razzle-dazzle from Jake Taylor. What a shot there as Notre Dame pouring it on here in the fourth quarter, now leads 11-5.
Right, as I was mentioning, the defensive play and the saves there, Taylor just taking advantage of realizing his angle wasn't there if he stayed righty, so went behind the back, and it's just tough to save.
And who else on the pass but
freshman contributing? That's just showing what this future for this team could be like.
So Bellarmine with another man-up opportunity here. Tries to get it over to O'Rourke, and that one finds its way to the back of the net. Snuck past Entenmann, and Bellarmine with a late goal here. It's Benny O'Rourke.
O'Rourke usually finds himself up top. When that skip pass is there in the clear lane to the net, instead of going low to high, he keeps it low to low, and it just goes 5-hole under Entenmann there.
Significant portion of time here.
Yeah, you see the Knights went into the 10-man ride, and it looks like they might even go and try and double the ball and bring the goalie out too.
So McCann fighting for it at midfield. Able to get his way around, finds a wide open Kavanagh, and a nice save there. On the rebound though, Notre Dame able to score. So Kavanagh denied, but Jacobois able to clean up the mess, put Notre Dame up 12-6.
Bellarmine's really looking to have a play just get started by getting turnover, but at the same time, when you do have,
as Mikey Drake waiting to be challenged, fires it back behind to Barger. Bellarmine does a good job of creating one last possession for themselves, but it's going to be too little too late as Notre Dame takes it with a 12-6 victory here over the Bellarmine Knights. They move to 2-0 on the season. Bellarmine falls to 1-5, their 5th straight loss, but